All right. Welcome to technical session number 6. Jumped around a little bit. I got 39 this morning. Now we're back to 6. So T-6 basically lets us know we are below 31. So we are in 1101 territory. Of course, we jump around to try to match things up as we move along. So our objectives for this particular session are going to be to address clients with warmth, authenticity, and a willingness to help them. Explain how growth mindset can help perfect the art of working with clients in order to provide excellent service. And then finally, adjust how I work with clients depending upon the type of client that I encounter. All right. We have some true false statements here. Get to pull this up here. It'll let me. All right, so I'm going to read out 5 true false statements. And what I want you to do is, if it's true, give me a green check, because obviously we can't move to one side or the other. It'd be kind of funny. People kind of, as they're trying to figure that out. But no, give me a green check if it's true. So everybody give me a green check really quick. This is awesome because it lets me know who's here. Got a few who aren't. Got some green checks. Got to know who's here. All right, one more chance. Pull them down. Give me a red X. Nobody wants to go to the Phantom Zone. And we have a couple candidates for Phantom Zone. Uh-oh. All right, so 5 statements, true or false. Prepare to defend your answers. Let's wipe out our, red X's and our green checks so we can start from a clean slate here. Let's get them all pulled down. I appreciate your support, Kelly and Ravensley. Can you pull down those green checks for me? Are we going to be forever true? All right, so true or false? Clients typically know exactly what they need when they come ask for help. True or false? I thought the customer was always right. No? Nobody wants to say the customer is always right. So they come in and basically say, like, I want this. You're wrong. Okay, why would you tell the customer they are wrong, Kaylee? You are muted still. Here we go. Get the double mute, mic and Zoom. Oh no. Oh, I can't speak. Oh no. All right. So let's see here. I think you just need to.
Oh my gosh, I
There
was
we
still
go.
unmuted. Technical difficulties. Okay. I've just been talking this whole time. I don't think you'd ever tell the customer they're wrong, at least not outright, because you
Okay.
want to be
So
polite
tell
and
them wrong,
stuff.
but in a tactful way.
Yeah, in more of
Okay.
a you're not quite right, this is the better way to do it type of way versus you're doing this wrong.
Okay. Okay. So they may not necessarily know what they need. So this is a scenario of don't give me what I ask for, give me what I need. When the customer comes in looking for help. Okay. Jamal, do you want to add on to that at all? Or
I kind of agree. I think you would just kind of try to transition on into kind of how you're helping them. I think you don't
Okay.
ever want to make the client feel like stupid or like they're like make them feel bad or all. You kind of just want to guide them into the correction or how to find a solution.
Okay. So try to nudge them in the proper direction. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and bring down our nose. Get to our next statement here. Bring them all down, bring them all down. All right. And, go. All right. Next statement. Lost it. Where'd it go? Had other things All right. So, true or false? Some people are born with a certain face and cannot keep smiling, especially to strangers. There's a certain acronym that usually goes along with this.
Can you repeat the question, please?
All right. Some people are born with a certain face and cannot keep smiling, especially to strangers.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought you said. Okay.
Okay. There's an acronym that sums it up, but So yes, we're getting some mixed signals here. Here is the Nearpod link. All right. So getting a little bit of a mixed gallery here. I like that. So, and Kurt has just flat out said, I refuse to even vote on this. All right. Let's go with Chris. Oh, nope, can't vote yet, Chris. Let's see here. Germanesh, why do you say people are born with that specific face and they're not able to smile, especially at strangers and things?
Because I think with the experience, I see people, even if they are happy or even if they have a positive feeling, they still show this, weird expression in their face. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they are sad or they are unhappy, but it's how they are. So
Okay.
I think it's a matter of nature sometimes.
Okay. So it's the eternal stoic. I'm very excited. This was the best day ever. No matter what, can't seem to change their expression. All right. Fatih, can you tell me why do you say no?
Yeah, I think no matter what, you can still fake your expression.
Okay. It's still, train yourselves. Sociopaths do it all the time. Learn to fake emotions. All right. There we go. See here, Aaron, do you have anything to add to the no's?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? I think anybody, if they really care about the job enough, can switch up their attitude or adapt to
Okay.
come off and be more friendly.
Gotcha. Jose, you want to add to the yeses?
Yeah, I mean, some people just look like that. I know some family members look like that and act like it too, but
Just the
it's just
eternally
part.
grumpy.
Yeah, I just think it's part of their attitude. I mean, some
Okay.
people just are like that, and it's a hard habit. I know it took me longer to be more interactive with people. Normally, when I went to somewhere and I saw somebody, I wouldn't even say hi, and that was just how it was. But yeah, yeah, you can try to get better, but it's a hard habit.
I got you. So I like this one. This one was kind of fairly split. So that is fair. I like this. All right, let's go ahead and pull our answers down here and get to our next one here. Turn that frown upside down. There you go, Andrew. All right, let's go ahead and pull our answers down. Is board clear? Pretty much. All right. Statement number 3. It's okay to get annoyed when a client is rude or not listening to you. True or false? It's okay to get annoyed when a customer is rude or not listening to you.
Can you elaborate? Like, can we just not show it?
That's the way you want to play it?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, can I be annoyed, but just not let the customer know that I'm
Do
annoyed?
you have a good poker face?
Yeah.
Like my eldest son, worst poker face in history. Absolute worst liar, and I love that trait about him. Absolutely incapable of lying, because when he does, it is the most obvious thing ever. All right, so we got kind of a little bit of a mixed bag here. A little bit, most people saying no. All right, Anita, why do you say no?
Basically, we focus on customer satisfaction. So it's not right thing to uh, like express our feeling in front of the client.
Okay. So not polite to express, like if somebody's being rude, like, oh, that was rude. You don't have to be a jerk. It's fine. So don't express that kind of stuff to the clients. That's fair. All right, Iman, why do you say yes?
I just said yes out of experience of I think it's human nature to get annoyed with certain people if they're being rude or exhibiting some other type of or attitude or something, but I think it's okay to be annoyed, just not to show it and be professional
Okay.
about it.
So there's a caveat there. It's okay to feel the emotion. We're not meant to be robots. It's not, how we are designed. We're okay. It's okay to feel frustrated, annoyed, aggravated. But do we have to show it or express it? Right? I like that. Emilio, do you have anything to expand on the no?
Mine would just have to be kind of like kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever been in a scenario where you continually try to be nice to someone and they're getting badder and badder and badder because you're not reacting to them?
Yes, and
Do they
then
feel
you
like you're
just
mocking them?
yeah. That's the best way.
All right. And Ryan, why do you want to add anything to the yes? Why do you say yes, it's okay?
Just pretty much in the same in agreements. Like a lot of things probably might happen and they might end up getting annoying. But as long as you don't show it, because I mean, you can have like the same problem today, just specifically just on, you know, a Tuesday of people just not realizing they didn't reboot their computer. So you're just getting the same issue again and again and again, which could be annoying because it's common. You know,
Fair.
I don't think we gotta, you know, fake the emotions all the time. But as long as you don't show it, because, you know, sometimes I get, you know, you probably might get annoyed with yourself at work.
I frequently get annoyed at myself.
Right. Do you get rude to yourself? I mean, you know,
I mean, I argue with myself on occasion.
yeah.
And it's entertaining when I'm preparing for lessons. Somebody walks in and thinks I'm like quite literally having an argument with myself. But I just tell my wife, you know, hey, you hear me saying crazy stuff, write it down in a book, date and time. That way, when the time comes, you can just hand the book over to the doc and say, here you go. Thankfully, we're not there yet. Let's see. All right. So, yep, we got 2 for each side. Let's go ahead and clear the field so we can get ready for our next one. We have 2 left. Right. So 4, number 4 statement, true or false. There is one specific way to address all types of clients so that you are showing the best customer service skills possible. There is one specific way to address clients. A lot of red out there.
Can you please repeat the question, please?
Absolutely. There is one specific way to address all types of clients so that you are showing the best customer service skills possible. All right, George, why do you say yes, sir?
I say yes because I feel like you should address the client calm, courteous, with compassion, with the intent to help each and every one.
Calm, courteous, with compassion and an intent to help.
Yep.
Man, where were you when I needed a customer service person at Circuit City?
I was right here.
He was right here. I've been here the whole time. All right. But is that okay? So yeah, that's saying that there's one way. All right. Let's see here. Tavana, can you tell me why no?
I think you should handle it on a case-by-case basis. Every customer is different, every situation is different. So
Okay.
you should just basically handle it by what type of situation you're dealing with.
You should become a master of improv, handle it as it comes
Yes.
in. Okay, fair. So you're Shantae. Let's follow up. Why do you say yes?
I said yes because customer focus is the way to go. So
Okay.
even though all those categories fall under customer focus, it's still customer focus. So I said yes.
Okay. All right. I respect that. Let me get one more no here. Arthur, can you tell me why do you say no, sir?
Just personally, I think there's no one right way to handle any sort of customer. It should always be, like I said before, on a case-by-case basis based on the customer's needs.
Okay. That is fair. So here is my follow-up question to the crowd. If there is only one way to address a client, how easily do you think it will be replaced by AI chatbots?
What's the question again?
So if there is only one way to address a client, how easily do you think it will be to replace customer service with an AI chatbot? Very easy, right? thankfully, thus far, AI has not reached that level because humans are complex creatures. We use things like slang. These systems have a hard time dealing with slang. I don't know if anybody's ever had this issue or using certain terms. And that also changes by region. So being able to understand that and deal with that on the fly, and also every situation is different. Systems also, AI systems also have a difficulty dealing with things like sarcasm, which hopefully people aren't using on a regular basis, but there is a lot of nuance in our communication that these systems have not yet been able to handle. They can't pass what's called the Turing test, which is you being able to chat with a artificial intelligence and not realize you're speaking to a robot. No, it has not fully passed that test. I mean, in conversation segments, yes, but in prolonged conversations, it becomes very apparent you're speaking to a machine. So we have not crossed the uncanny valley yet. Yes. All right. Yeah, Siri may pick up on some sarcasm, true. Yeah, basically. All right, so let's clear the field here again. One, Siri does have her moments, I will give her that. But because they have locked it off so much from other developers and in advancement and stuff like that, she has quickly become outdated and outpaced by others. All right, clear the field, and we will be ready for our last question. All right, last one, true or false. If a client does not listen to what an employee says, the employee should just move on and let the client do what he or she wants. So if the client does not listen to what the employee says, the employee should just move on and let the client do what he or she wants. True or false? Is there a maybe? That's why I love these, because there's a lot of situational issues with this stuff, you know. All right. Andrew, why do you say yes?
Well, my yes is weird because you don't want to leave the customer like by themselves. So in my answer for yes is you sit back, but you're there, so that when they keep doing what they're doing, and then the error comes, you're like, okay, now you see it happen again. May I help you?
What have you
Maybe try
learned?
my method now.
All right. Okay. Fair on that one. Let's see here. Chris, why do you say no?
Well, because you always have to, despite just like the saying, the customer's always right. You always have to, even though they're wrong a lot of times. It just depends. I think it's on a case by case basis. Like if the customer, let's say the customer want to go through with being wrong, there's nothing you can do about it. Then let them do what they need to do. They're their own person. But if there is a way, you can always be there, like Andrew said earlier, and just in case they need help. I think the most important thing is just to be there always when they need you. But when it comes to a decision they want to make, and they feel like they're right, they know better than you, at a certain point, there's really nothing you can do about it. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of nuance in this question.
yeah, it's kind of depends.
Very situational. Part of you wants to sit back and just be like, all right, you keep doing you, let me know when you need help. Other party is like, okay, well, if you could just try my way, you might be able to resolve your issue. All right, Justin. Wong, why do you say yes? Justin Wong.
So ideally, it's best to like have like the client talk to the supervisor, but sometimes maybe like the supervisor isn't there. And you know, and I would also like to add that, you know, you never want to yell at a client. So if it ever feels like you're about to get to that point, it's best to walk away before you actually start yelling.
Yep. In 15 years of transportation, I mean, I did do a fair amount of yelling, but usually it was just kind of a heated debate thing. But I did, in one particular instance, I raised my voice to a driver who was calling in for road service, and just so happened that the CEO's secretary was walking behind me at that moment. So she immediately called her boss, and the words out of her mouth were, "We're abusing drivers." And so not a good way for your name to come before the CEO. And of course, the very next phone call that was made was from the CEO to my boss. And started to go down a very, very bad path until I told them to pull the recording. And once they pulled the recording and heard the other side of that conversation, they understood why I got to the point where I raised my voice. But rest assured, when you lose your temper like that, somebody's going to hear it. You know, not necessarily just the customer. So just something to make sure you keep in mind, and it kind of helps kind of keep your emotions in check. All right. Let's see here. Mexit, why do you say no?
Oh, sorry, I thought I unmuted. I think that what you need to do, but like what I would do is more so just let the customer have their, little moment.
Tantrum.
Let them, yeah, and kind of just have their time and just kind of sit there and just show them that I'm listening. I'm not being rude and I'm not just walking away, because if I'm walking away, then that's saying, well, I don't care and I don't care to assist you. I could just go help somebody else. So in that case, I would kind of just wait it out, understand that I hear their frustration, I hear their issue. Maybe we can try another option from whatever path we came from, if that makes sense.
Okay. I got you. So, still, nuance in all things. A lot of it is situational. All right. Okay. Here's it. So we do have an acronym that kind of helps you just kind of prepare yourself for addressing clients. We can clear the field now, by the way. All of our questions or whatnot. We can take down our no's and yeses and all that fun stuff. So one of the ones that they teach in a lot of customer service courses is called the SPOT method when you are addressing a client or you're first interacting with a client or meeting the client or what have you. And it also works online. Some of it is a little bit, changed a little bit. And it's called the SPOT method. So the first thing is, you smile and welcome the client, even if you're on the phone and they can't even see your face. You're on the phone with somebody and you're talking to them, you can hear when they smile. The pitch of their voice changes. So you can hear it. And You want to present a welcoming environment for the customer because they're already probably extremely frustrated, agitated, and the last thing they want to see is a scowl when they walk in. Like, oh gosh, how can I help you? You know? So we want to be able to smile at them. Remember, we smile with our eyes as well. Even with masks on, we can see when people are smiling. Also, after that, present yourself. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming in. My name is Kelly Philbin. Offer to help. How can I help you today? Or what brought you in to see us today? And then, as always, the client is where our livelihood comes from. Once we have resolved the issue, thank the client for coming in. Like, thank you. I appreciate you coming in and trusting us with your issue. If anything else comes up in the future, please think of us. We would like to help. So, spot. Kind of a work our way through it here. Now, presenting yourself in person is kind of easy. It's kind of stepping up to the customer, kind of squaring off posture-wise. Sometimes you reach out and shake a hand, although that has kind of gone by the wayside at this point. And obviously, smile as if you're welcoming an old friend. The young lady that was in my cohort that I mentioned a little bit earlier, who was like, if I ever started up a business, I would bring her in as an executive to train all the customer service people, just because like that was her deal and she was a master at it. But even she said she had RBF. But the moment she was like she was interacting with a client, smiled, expression changes, feature softened, and she was all business. All right. So we're going to break y'all up into some groups and just practice it. It's kind of a role play. Yes, I get it. Is it cheesy? Yes, it's cheesy. But sometimes it takes practicing things a couple times and getting the silliness portion of it out of the way where you can do it confidently. And trust me, when somebody is coming into you for a problem, confidence is a huge portion of it. You know, if you call IT and they're like, hey, have you tried restarting? You know, how much confidence is that going to really give you that they're going to be able to solve your problem? So we have to be able to perform these tasks confidently. So we're going to break up into groups of 4, move into breakout rooms, and just practice it. Go through the group a couple times. Give feedback. There we go. All right. Why do we think it is important to treat a client as if, or treat them well and make them feel like they are special?
Because you want their repeated business. You definitely want them to be coming back.
Okay.
Not just you, but just the company in general.
Okay.
It's
So
also-
we want the repeat business. What else? Who else? What was that?
It also leaves like a good impression, like a good like impression for the company to, like, you know, as far as reviews go, they can bring in more clients too. So if
Okay.
you treat them well, they'll probably like word of mouth or give you a review online to like they usually do, and those things actually bring in more people.
All right.
If you treat someone nicer, I guess, you know, if you're dealing with somebody extremely rude and you treat them extremely nice, then later on in the day, they'll probably reflect on it and be like, you know what? I should go back and change my attitude a little bit.
Okay. What happens if we treat a customer poorly?
The
The
opposite.
customer will remember your name.
That person will remember your name. You will go down in infamy. What else? No tips. There you go. Makes the situation worse. Absolutely. Can happen. No referrals. Okay. There's an old sales axiom that used to be, a angry or dissatisfied customer will tell at least 10 people about their experience. If a customer has a super experience, like out of this world, they may tell 2 or 3. It was the old saying, you know, 1 all crap negates 1,000 attaboys. So you can be really good to a bunch of customers and they may not tell anyone. You can be really stellar, they may tell 2 or 3. But if you make one person's day miserable, they're going to tell everybody they meet. They may just grab people in the elevator just to tell them about the experience that they had with you personally. Don't know why. That's how we work. I mean, Facebook figured it out over 10 years ago. People are more inclined to share rage than happiness. So you get bad reviews on Yelp, bad reviews on Facebook. They're going to tell all their friends. Oh, I called them. They were terrible. They were rude to me. Person didn't know what they were talking about. But if you make them feel important, like their problem matters to you, even if they don't tell someone else, if you make them feel like what they said to you was important and that you genuinely are trying and doing everything you can to fix their problem, even if you are not successful in those attempts, they will likely come back. People may not remember your words, but they will always remember how you make them feel. So they may never remember exactly what you said, but if you make them feel upset, they will absolutely remember that. If they make you feel like you're important, you're absolutely going to remember that as well. It doesn't mean we have to kiss the ground there and walk on, but we do need to make them feel as if we care about what they're experiencing. All right. All right, we're not going to do this one. One at a time here. Dude, I think that wraps it up. It's just another role play. This one doesn't work really well when we're in a Zoom cycle. It's kind of like doing a Starbucks thing where you have an angry client, a happy client, and then someone who keeps interrupting and all that. It just really doesn't play out well in this. And the time to climb was unfortunately, oh wait, time to climb may not be related to that. You know, look at that. So let's go ahead and do that. I think I know what this one is. Do the carnival. Oh, I gotta stop sharing because y'all won't get the fun music. Oh, yeah, I will. There we go. I don't know. These characters are a little more disturbing.
I chose the wrong character. Is there any way I can go back?
I'm not sure.
You didn't tell us we were playing a horror game.